Evening, I'm Matt King and I'm outside the Sydney Comedy Store, which is it's a very old club. It's steeped in history. It was built way back at the end of the 20th century in 1998. And it's clubs like this where a lot of comedians get their start. Famous people like Drew Carey, Bill Bailey and Ray Romano. Now, obviously, they're all massive stars now, but we're going to get to see them tonight doing what they do best, which is performing in front of a live crowd. So let's go inside and watch the Montreal Just for Laughs Comedy Festival. Come on. Doing a great job there, mate.
Hey, everybody, how y'all doing tonight?
And now, your Just for Laughs host, Matt King.
Oh, thank you very much. Stop! Oh, you're nuts. You're nuts. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I've had a very weird day today, very strange day. This morning I pushed down one of those coffee plungers and a cafe in the next street blew up. So, now, I've been doing a bit of driving around and, you know, having a look around the country. I've been doing a bit of touring, actually, a bit of driving around. Because I've actually just passed my driving test in Australia. You do your test in England, it's quite easy. They go, get in the car, drive forward, oh, well done, there's a badge. And it's quite simple. But here you have to buy this little book of road rules. And what a fascinating little read it is, isn't it? There's one section, at the back, they've got all these guidelines in that book. And there's one page, and the heading for the page is being sensible with alcohol. Right, and there's a few guidelines for you there, should you ever want to do that. And it said, if you're throwing a party, firstly decide whether or not alcohol is really necessary. Now, for me, that's a fairly simple decision, really. It's quite simple. I'm not puzzled by that. Imagine throwing a party without alcohol. Imagine what an idiot you'd look like. Just dancing at your party. You're just having a great time. Some big, huge bloke comes up. Here, mate, where's all the piss? Well, I decided it wasn't necessary. There is fairy bread. Come on.
What's in the punch? Well, Just for Laughs, Jim Breuer knows the secret of how not to mix your drinks.
Here's an easy analogy for everybody. Next time you go drinking, you have to remember it's like having a party, right? But the party is in your stomach. The stomach is the bouncer. He's the door guy. You don't want to annoy him, all right? Now, when you have a party, you invite your friends, you invite your family, because you know everyone gets along. No problems. Same thing when you have a party in the stomach. Now, if you're going to invite alcohol, stick to one group. Like beer, you can mix up all the beer you want, because beer knows one another. They show up the stomach. He's here, I'm telling you, man. Hey, stomach, what's up, man? Listen, it's just us beer, you know? Looking for a little party, hang out, you know? And you know everyone, you know Coors Light, Sam Adams, Beck's. Hello, he's crazy, man. He's nuts, man. You know Heineken, you know? And your stomach's cool with that. All right, come on in, just keep it down, all of you, understand? Beer goes, are you sure? Because there's like 20 of us here, man. Beer goes in, having a good time. Now, a party. People find out about parties. So does other liquor. Next thing you know, a couple scotches show up. How are you, stomach? Could you got a great party going on in there? Well, they couldn't fit in some big pipers. What do you say? Stomach, I don't know. Come on, show them that. Just want to blast it out. Now you're mixing the crowd up, stomach lets them in. Now that's when tension starts. People don't know one another, and that creates tension. Scotch is walking around with his boys. Come on, boys, look at there, look at that. Look at it, look at it. Oi! Heineken! Right here, you rot bastard, you. Don't like you. And now there's a lot of tension. You can feel it going on in there, but now everyone's showing up. Jägermeisters and Sambuca, sake.
Oh, how's the party here tonight? What a big party. Come and help all my friends. Come on.
Now the place is packed. There's a lot of tension. Everything's getting out of control. Your stomach. Hey, come on, guys. I'm not going to tell you again. Keep it down. I've had up to here now. And that's when the crazy people always crash the party. Who always shows up at the end of the night? Tequila. And tequila doesn't show up alone. There's always 8 or 9 of them lined up. Stomach gets all brave. How you doing, tequila? Listen. All right, it's a little late. Can't let you in tonight. I'm sorry. You know, besides, I let you in 3 weeks ago. You ruined the place. You hear me?
Tequila's like, come on, man. We won't start no trouble, man. We just came here to have a good time, man. Right, senor? That's right, senor. We left the worm back in the van. He won't mess with nobody, man.
Like an idiot, your stomach lets in 1 shot of tequila. And then he sneaks in all his friends when no one's looking. Come on, man, ain't nobody looking. Go to the legs. Go get the worm. We're going to go get the bone. Your stomach. All right, that's it. Everyone, get out.
That was Jim Breuer. Gee, I wonder why he's becoming famous. And now here's another very famous man. When you watch this bloke, you'll realise why everyone loves Ray Romano.
I'm a little tired, I will tell you that. I went to a bachelor party a couple of days ago. This was one of those bachelor parties where all the married men had to meet at the end of the night and go, all right, here's what we say we did, all right? Everybody listen. We got in a fight with some guys, and they ripped our underwear. That's what happened. Go with that. They ripped our underwear, and they smelled good. That's it. Everybody stick to that. Nobody gets hurt. Jimmy, you fell and your nipple got pierced. That's all. Come on. Don't cave. Don't cave on us.
Woo! Are you woo? We're woo! I love that answer to the question, how are you? How are you, sir? I'm woo! That's a good way to be, woo. It's kind of an odd response to that question. Of course, you don't ever answer that way in a large group of people like this. You wouldn't answer that way if you were, like, alone somewhere. I'm not going to be driving home at night and a cop pulls you over or something, you know. How are you this evening? Woo! Woo, baby, woo! Woo! Oh, I just blow in here? See how that works? Our language has been reduced to a series of grunts and groans. Our language is very base nowadays, which is a shame because there was a time when the English language used to be very beautiful and poetic language. But we don't use it like that anymore, you know, especially when it comes to, like, insults and whatnot. Here's my impression of a guy from Shakespearean times having an argument with a guy from today. Here's the guy from Shakespearean times. Oh, thou art a crusty botch of nature indeed. You have not so much brains as earwax. Oh, I'll waste no more words on thee, except to say this, my good window of lattice. Methinks thou art a general offense, and all men should beat thee. A plague on you and your house. Now, here's the guy from today. Oh, really? Quite a mouthful. Bite me. How's that? And your house can bite me too, pal. How's that, huh? I'll tell you what, I got your plague right here, all right? How's that for you?
I have all these gangs in my neighborhood now. I don't even mind the gang violence. It's the way these kids dress that piss me off. Do I have to look at every teenager's ass crack for the rest of my life? You know? Hey, Billy, you're 5'2". Why don't you try your 68 long with those jeans? I go, why do you wear your pants so big? It's where I keep my weapons, man. What, do you got a tank and 2 Jeeps in your pants? We're becoming so desensitized to violence in the States, we're blaming the victims now. I'm watching the news the other night. Some guy got killed by a stray bullet while he's pumping gas at a gas station. They interview the eyewitness. The eyewitness goes, he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Hey, where the hell do you go when your tank is on E? Dairy Queen? Come on. Wrong place at the wrong time. He's getting gas at noontime on a Tuesday.
Coming up.
You argue with a man, and the first thing he'll do is insist on sticking to a subject.
Diane Ford has men sussed. And John Wing sums up relationships in just 4 easy words.
So I was having a bit of a look round town yesterday and having a bit of a drive around and look round, and I saw this building, a big brick place like that in the city. I was looking at it, and down the bottom, sort of at street level where you walk along, there was one brick in the wall that was a bit bigger than the other bricks. It was a big brick like that, and it had that writing chiseled into the front of the brick, you know, that sort of commemorative writing. And I read it. You've probably seen this. It said on this brick, "This brick was laid by Her Majesty the Queen in 1972." Like that. I thought, blimey, she's bricklaying now, is she? I had visions of the Queen going to work in a ute. Morning. A couple of corgis tied up on the back. Liz Windsor and Sons written on the side like that.
You know, life is not a fairy tale, but if it was, all the women would be princesses and all the men would be peas. Because at their best, they're a tasty side dish, and at their worst, they're a minor irritation in bed. I was watching one of my favorite shows the other day. It was a talk show, because women, we love to talk, don't we? Oh, we take everything that happens to us, pick it apart from every angle, and talk it to death. Did you know women speak an average of 6,000 words per day, but men only speak 2,000 words per day? So not only do we get the last word in, we get the last 4,000 words in. I have my own theory about why men and women have trouble communicating. We don't think alike. You know, our basic thought patterns are totally different. Men are very linear in their thinking. Point A goes to point B. Point A, point B. A, B. A, B. Women, we go A, Z, P, D, Q, F, G. See the connection? Do you see the connection? Do you get it? Do you see it? Ha, 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 ha. It's no fun to argue with a man. Oh, you argue with a man, and the first thing he'll do is insist on sticking to a subject. Well, put me to sleep and wake me when it's over. Women, we're exciting to fight with because it takes us years to prepare. First, we need to find out all we can about their past relationship. She never wore a bra. Isn't that interesting? Then we tuck that little tidbit away in the back part of our brain and promise him we'd never use it against him. Oh, honey, it's okay. You can tell me. Then at just the right moment, months later, when you're arguing about something totally different, and it doesn't look like you're gonna win, need to reach back there, grab it, and use it. Well, just because I'm no braless slut like that last woman you went out with. Then the man walks around for 3 days going, what'd I say? Where'd that come from? Wait a minute. A, B, A, B, A, B. Men like to have sex after an argument, too. Ew, 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 ew. For a woman, that's a lot like eating chocolate cake right after you puke. Well, it is, and now you know.
I'm married now about 7 years. How many married people we have here? Anybody? Yeah? Good. Good. You know, you learn a lot about yourself when you're married or live with somebody. I did not know that I snored. You know there's a law if you snore, they have to wake you and tell you? I don't need this information. I'm out cold, rolling around, scratching myself, having a good time. She's like, honey, get up, you're snoring. Huh? You're snoring, really? I'll wake you and tell you when you're drooling, all right? And my wife is so nervous. As soon as I get to bed, is the door locked? Yeah, honey, I just locked it. Check it again, will you? I just locked it. Will you check it again? And I'm thinking, what are your legs, broken? And I said, I'm thinking. I don't actually say it because I'm not crazy. Otherwise, you get the face. Is my legs broken? No, I said, I thought you were choking. You all right? So I'll get up, check the door, get back in bed. Is it locked? No, I took the door off the hinges. We don't have a door. And I open the window. They'll be in about 5 minutes. One night, the middle of the night, she wakes me up 4 in the morning, says, I think there's someone outside. I said, that's where they belong, is outside. We're in here, they're out there. And if they come in here, we're going out there. You know what she said? Go outside, see what's going on. But be careful, put a sweater on. All right, I got a turtleneck, he's got an axe. So I get up, she walks me to the door, I go out, she locks the door from the inside. Sometimes I'll go up in the middle of the night, go to the fridge, drink a little orange juice out of the container. That's the best. Stand there in your underwear, a little cool breeze coming at you. Walk back in the bedroom, more questions. What were you doing? Honey, I had some juice. Out of the container? No, I used the glass. I didn't hear you. Wash the glass. What do you women do? Hang off the bed at night listening for this? I don't hear any water. Son of a bitch is drinking out of the container. That's it. No sex for the rest of the month. And I'm going to dip his toothbrush in the toilet. I have had it. I have actually drank orange juice out of the container, put a glass in the sink so it looks like I used a glass.
Now, this next bloke manages to sum up relationships in just 4 words. That's not easily done. But I suppose when you've got a face like this bloke, comedy is a lot easier. This is Mr. John Wing.
Now, marriage is great. Marriage is easy. It's a cinch once you get with the program. Okay, once your wife explains the program. Program you are to get with, mister. But it's easy for me. All I have to remember are 4 little words. Oh, yeah, right, sorry. Use them individually or in a cluster. They come in handy. Honey, I thought you were going to mow the lawn. Oh. Yeah. Right. Sorry. I was going to do that, wasn't I? Gee, why didn't I do that? Because you're a lazy slob? Oh. Yeah. Right, and damn proud of it, too, you know. Sorry.
I'm in a little trouble with my girlfriend. Actually, I don't even think I can call her my girlfriend anymore because she's not speaking to me. Not returning my calls, and she's dating another guy. Now, I don't know what that says about me, but who do you think deals with breakups better generally, men or women? Generally. Women. Women. Tons better than men because women are more emotionally evolved than men are. They can reason out why they feel a certain way. Say, hey, wait a minute. I don't need to feel this way anymore. I'm an attractive woman. I have my own career, my own life. I don't need him. I don't need his crap. 3 or 4 tequilas, 5 or 6 tears. Boom, she's back in the game again, huh? Well, you can't cry forever. Gulp, conga line. Ba, 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 da, ba, da. You ever see a guy when he breaks up with his girlfriend's like a 3-year-old lost at the mall? Mommy! Or Mommy's going to play with my belly button.
I miss her, though. I don't miss the arguments, though. Oh, baby, did we argue. Holy cow. You know the relationship's in trouble when you start having those circular arguments? You know, those kind of arguments that don't go anywhere. You're not really saying anything. You're just talking louder and faster at the other person. It must be what a tornado looks like when it's just getting started. Because it starts really slow. It starts with the guy saying, "What's wrong?" And your girlfriend says, "What's wrong?" Yeah, did I do something wrong? Did you do something wrong? Yeah, what did I do? Well, if you don't know, I'm not going to tell you. Well, if you don't tell me, I won't know. Well, maybe you'll never know. Well, I can't talk if you're yelling, and I'm not yelling. Oh, my God, it's heading for the trailer park. The truth of the matter is, ladies, we don't know. We have no idea what we did wrong. Or, there's 5 or 6 things we did wrong. We're not sure which one you found out about. There may be something to that.
Coming up, Saturday Night Live's Harland Williams.
You like corn, sir? You do? You like to get naked, run around backwards through it?
Plus the mind-blowing Anthony Clark.
There's all these tips for road safety and first aid. And I think it's number 4. It said, if you come across the scene of an accident and someone is quite obviously seriously injured, but you have no medical knowledge, make the person a hot drink and wait for help. Hot drink. And they're seriously injured. That's got to be fairly reassuring for the person you find, doesn't it? 'Cause some poor bloke lying in a pool of blood and you go, I've got no idea what's wrong with you, mate. Looks to me like your back's broken. You might never walk again. Coffee?
I'm trying to stay out of trouble. I get in trouble all the time for nothing. You ever go into Burger King and just by accident ask for chicken McNuggets? What is their problem? It's like, we don't serve chicken McNuggets. We serve chicken tenders. Yeah, chicken tenders, that's what we call them. Say it. Say it. It's like, yeah, well, whatever you want to call them, counter help. Give me the chicken tenders and a Big Mac. Whopper, you say it. Say it, you better say it. I'm like, can I see your McManager, please? You ever do that? They make you so mad you do everything in your power to make them have an aneurysm before you leave. I come in immediately, I put on the paper crown. I put on the paper crown and I scream, "My people!" The woman comes running out of the back. "Take it off. Sir, take off the paper crown. Do we have to go through this again today? If I let you wear the paper crown, this gentleman's going to want the paper crown." I am not the bad guy here. I work for Burger King. If you were to walk, if this gentleman would...
You ever go out with these people? They're like too hip for food. Oh, no, I don't eat that. No, I can't have that. No, I'll just have a large bowl of steam. Do you have steam? Yes, with a nice hot oxygen souffle, if you don't mind. I'm having dinner with a friend of mine. She's the most miserable human being in the world. I'm trying to cheer her up. I go, well, I go for something sweet, like a cookie or something. She goes, oh, I don't need a cookie. Nobody needs a cookie. You have it because you enjoy it. You will never get your lab results back. Well, apparently, Ms. Beckson, what you need, believe it or not, is a cookie. That's right. You're too healthy. You need a cookie.
I love to eat, but no one lets you eat what you want anymore, do they? Even my doctor says to me, eat all the eggs you want, but just eat the white part. Now, I don't know about you folks, but I'm cutting the hell out of my gums on those damn shells. Even my buddy Larry says to me, don't eat red meat, man, it'll kill you. I said, listen here, you idiot, you fry it for 5 minutes, it turns brown. Larry's all sensitive about meat. He's a vegetarian. And I don't mind that he's a vegetarian, except every time we go out to dinner, he gives me a lecture. We're out at the restaurant the other night. He orders a great big salad. I order a great big juicy steak. He says to me, hey, man, You should be a vegetarian like me. You'll be a lot healthier and you'll live a lot longer. So I pick up my steak, I flap it in his face, and I said, you know what, Larry? This cow used to be a vegetarian. And he's not looking too healthy to me right now. So you just watch your mouth there, salad bar breath, because when all the cows are gone, we're coming hunting after you, lettuce eater. I said to Larry, I said, why won't you eat meat? He says, I can't eat anything with a face. I said, oh, yeah, but you'll go right ahead and eat a head of lettuce, won't you, Larry? You'll suck the eyes out of potato. Eat a big, juicy ear of corn. Do you like corn, sir? You do? You like to get naked, run around backwards through it? Sure start a little secret, isn't it, sir? Come on, folks. We have fangs in our mouths. We have canine teeth. We were meant to eat meat. Everything with fangs eats meat. When was the last time you saw a lion stalking rhubarb?
I've just got something to say about vegetarians. I think I've got the ultimate argument against vegetarianism. And if you are a vegetarian, you can't argue with this. Here it is. If God didn't want us to eat animals, he wouldn't have made them out of meat. Right? Here it is there. They're made out of meat. It's the Lord's way. If God didn't want us to eat animals, he would have made them out of glass or concrete or poo or something, wouldn't he? But they're not. They're made out of lovely, delicious meat. So eat on. But let's face it, a cow is just basically all the different cuts of beef you can get. In a sort of odd-shaped leather carry case.
I live in New York. You can lose your mind if you live in New York City. You got to have some activity to keep your sanity. Something, or for me, one night a week, and I do it on Mondays. I slip into the darkness, and I take one human life. Tuesdays, it feels a little bit less crowded. Just cool. I have a godson in New York, Connor. He's 6 months old. Nobody warned me when I babysat that when you change the diaper on a baby boy, good idea to have on snorkel gear at this point if you have it. I peel the diaper back, little wind hits him, he starts spraying down the room. Like one of those hoses you hook up in the summer, just flops around. Then it rests on his stomach, he starts spraying himself in the face. I freak out, I'm like, I think he's gonna die. I'm trying to wipe his face, I'm trying to stop him from peeing. He just starts laughing. All I can think is, we're getting socialized in the wrong direction here. When you're born, you're so natural, you just react. A little wind hits you, you pee. Sprays you in the face, you giggle. That night I went home, I laid under the ceiling fan, and I peed all over myself. And I giggled like a baby. My mom was very angry. I didn't know it was bridge club night. Sorry, ladies. We'll get you some dry cards.
You know, I actually don't mind panhandlers at all. The people I mind are the people walking around during the day with cellular phones. This kills me. What an abuse of the technology. It should be used for important things, not walking down the street going, oh, boy, when did I just relax? Boy, we had so much fun. Oh, the comedians are so funny. The only difference between that and a mentally ill homeless person is the phone. I went to just relax, boy. That was really funny. Maybe we could have helped this guy. Here's a phone. You can be normal now. All righty. Thanks a lot. It kills me. There's one good thing I have to say about the cellular phone people, though. I mean, at least they still want to hear the human voice. They still want to converse with somebody. People I don't understand, the people on the internet, they would rather type their conversations out. Is this really progress with technology, going from the phone to typing? It was like, how are you? That's good, so am I. Why don't we get on the phone, because this is taking way too long.
After the break, the unlikely sex symbol, Drew Carey.
Says here, Mr. Carey, you're a fatso.
Plus, more Southern honesty from Anthony Clark.
I was just home recently and my family is so ugly.
I drove down to the surf coast in Victoria in the Falcon. I'm cruising down there in my Falcon like that. And I've got down there, and we got down there, and there was we didn't have any equipment. It was me and another English mate of mine, Bob. And we went into this shop. Neither of us knew what we wanted, so the bloke's sort of helping us. The bloke's going, you want wetsuits? And we're going, yeah, we're looking at the wetsuits. So he served my mate Bob first. And the bloke's looked him up and down, and he's gone, there you go, mate, I think that's your size wetsuit there. So Bob's gone off to they only had one changing room. He's gone into the changing room and come out a couple of minutes later with his first wetsuit on, and he looked like G.I. Joe. He looked brilliant. And I thought, bloody hell, wetsuits look great on people, right? So then the bloke served me. This bloke looked at me, he looked me up and down, he went, I think that's you there, mate. And I've gone, oh, thanks, mate. And I'm all excited. I've got in the changing room, all really excited. Never put a wetsuit before in my life. There was no mirror in the changing room, so I've got into my first wetsuit like that. Into my first, and I felt quite good. I did. I felt quite confident. And so I walked out into the shop like that, out into the shop. Like that. And this is true, this bit. The bloke serving us laughed. I've gone, what? What is it? And I swear this is true. This happened this summer. This bloke said to me, I've just never seen one look baggy on anyone.
Thank you very much. Quit staring at my nose. Born with an elbow stuck to my face. I'm an ugly man, aren't I? Get a ruler and measure this son of a bitch right here. Got a high forehead all of a sudden. Lately I've been walking around like this so people don't notice. No, I'm not going bald. I'm just real optimistic about everything, yeah. Losing the hair off my head, getting some new hair right above my ass at the back. What the hell kind of trade-off is that? When am I ever going to use this? Unless I become a television repairman. It's true. What the hell is wrong with those guys? Your crack is sticking out of your pants, man. Can you not feel that? Come here.
So I'm feeling pretty good. Gained a little weight. That's what happens when you get older. I was worried about my health. I had a physical at this place, big hospital in Cleveland called the Cleveland Clinic. And, by the way, my cholesterol is 283. So, nice knowing you. And, I went to this place, and it was like $1,300 American. Real expensive, and I thought, I was worried about my health, so I paid the money. It was like an all-day physical. Did you ever have a physical where you're there like all day? Blue jumpsuit, paper slippers, reading old magazines. I mean, it was really, I did everything. Blood test, EKG, lab results. Found out I'm fat. That was the technical term the doctor used. Says here, Mr. Carey, you're a fatso. For $1,300. I never wanted a Z so bad in my life. $1,300. I'm not walking out of here. You give me something for my money.
Grew up in a small town called Gladys, Virginia, and let me tell you, if you've got 1 year left to live, move there, because every day feels like a eternity. I was just home recently, and my family is so ugly. And when I think of all the products that are out there, Clinique 30-minute turnaround cream, Estee Lauder fruitation complex, I want to tell them, don't just sit there. Get to the store and put some products on your face. The whole town is ugly. The JCs decided to raise some money, so they threw a beauty pageant in my hometown. 32 contestants. Nobody won.
Good to be here. 31 this week I just turned, which is an awkward stage for me. Not a boy anymore. Not really a man yet. I'm at that in-between period now where my hair is starting to fall out, but I'm still maintaining my youthful acne. So, physically, it's all really coming together for me right now. Soon I'll be strolling around in a pair of Depends, popping zits on my bald head. The hair's starting to fall out, which is rough for me. I wish I was a black guy. Any black guy loses your hair, shave your head. They always look handsome. Ever see a white guy shave his head? Everybody's like, leukemia? Black guy's getting lucky, the white guy's getting chemotherapy.
And now it's time for a bloke that I've had the pleasure of working with on several occasions now. He might look like a frightened Hell's Angel, but he's actually very funny. It's Mr. Bill Bailey.
Hello, my name is Bill Bailey, 1982 Meatloaf look-alike regional winner. I've had some tough jobs. Toughest job I've ever had, selling doors door to door. What's that? Bing bong, good afternoon, can I interest you in it? Oh, you got one, haven't you? I used to hang out at the park. Used to go out to the park, be with my mates, the squirrels. I don't know if you know it. Squirrels, big dope heads. Yeah. You watch them in the park, you think they're nibbling on a nut. They're not. They're actually rolling a little joint. They're like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, I do some impressions. Do you guys like impressions? Do you like that? Cool. Okay, good. I do some impressions with a leaf blower, and use your imagination. Very important. Number one, Superman. The movie Twister. Cyanide! I'm telling it twice! Your dog out the car window. The alien. Okay. My favorite one. A Florida news reporter in a hurricane. All the roads are closed right now. That behind me was the 7-Eleven. It is now gone.
I think, though, the thing I miss most about being a kid is how unself-conscious we were about our appearance, right? You weren't obsessed the way we are as adults about whether your clothes matches your hair and style. Huh? Do you ever remember having a bad hair day when you were 5? Hell no, you're 5 years old, you wake up in the morning, your hair's standing straight on end. I look good. I've been sleeping in my bathing suit and I feel fine. Did you do that when you were a kid, sleep in your bathing suit? I didn't even take it off to go to the bathroom. I just moved it on over. I have a whole series of photographs of me wearing something my mother made for me. No, crocheted for me. Picture this, a 2-piece hot pink polyester pantsuit. You're damn right I put it on. I was 5 years old. It was like, thanks, Mommy, goes with my bathing suit. Ran outside to play. She must have shut the door and killed herself laughing. Oh, I can't believe she put it on. That's all right. I got her back. When I told her I was a lesbian 20 years later, I blamed it on the pantsuit. Reaction that joke gets. So that's what a lesbian looks like. Oh yeah, I know about Ellen, but this is real life.
I want the news delivered in a more mellow way. Do you know what I mean? I want it eased into my living room. You know, maybe like the jazz news.
Chill out with Bill Bailey next. Plus the man with many faces, Don Irrera. Coming up.
Two blokes a couple of hundred years ago were arguing over a woman. They would take it even further. They'd do this thing. They'd challenge each other to a duel, which was like the ultimate noble thing to do. And it was amazing. Like two blokes would go up on a hilltop, crack of dawn, first thing in the morning. Two blokes would go up on a hilltop like that, and they'd stand back to back with those old-fashioned pistols, and they'd take 10 paces and turn around and shoot at each other. And whoever died lost the argument. So you can't really argue with that, can you, really? It's... But that's a lot of passion, isn't it? Men now, we're just not like that at all, are we? We're just lazy now, aren't we? Two blokes in the same position nowadays would be more like, all right, whoever gets up at dawn. Nah, bugger it, you have her, I'm going back to bed. I'm just...
Women in Ireland, beautiful women, but there are no average-looking women. In Ireland, they were either radiantly beautiful with those steel blue eyes and that jet black hair, or they were sea skanks. They were the scariest moving mammal I have ever seen. They look like their jaw and their forehead are about to meet in one big mass of bone and flesh. Where's a tiny potato and a prippity pop to you, you little dago? My friend O'Hanlon's one of these American-Irish guys. You know those guys, they have like an Irish accent after like a half a sip of beer? Perfect North American dialect. Well, yeah, like I was saying, I was over by Dingle Bay in the west of Safehead. Would it be more than an imposition? Would it be a flip of your pancakes? They love to fight. I grew up in Philadelphia and Pennsylvania. A lot of fighting there. Everybody was fighting. Every nationality, every race, everybody had their own style. The black guys would tell you straight out, I'm going to mess you up, man. I'm going to mess you up. I'm going to hit you so hard when you wake up, your clothes going to be out of style. I'm going to mess you up. The higher they talk, the harder they were going to hit you. I'm going to mess you up, man. I'm going to mess you up. The Italian guys will give you options. Hey, how would you like it? I take your head, all right? And I rip it out of the neck socket and I start banging debris off you. Or I could pull your eye out of your eye socket and make you watch as I give you a vicious beating. Thank you. The Jewish guys would prolong the dialogue. When you talk about a fight, you talk about a physical confrontation or a verbal assault, which can be just as devastating psychologically. The emotional scars of a verbal assault can make you look like tradition. Spanish guys, right to the point. I cut you, cacarosh.
Now, I'm a big fan of lying around scratching and cop shows. And my favourites were the 70s ones. Starsky and Hutch, that was my favourite. What a fantastic show. I used to love the music as well. During the episodes, you get some fantastic music. Stakeout music. You know? They're sitting in a car, watching a drug bust across the street, and you get this kind of music. Sitting in the car, looking at each other like that. Loads of coffee, donuts, snacks there. Then it cuts to Huggy Bear in a club. Ow! What's happening? Back to the stakeout. A little cheese fondue set up there now. Then it cuts to two mafia hitmen sitting in a car down by the docks. They're mean. Back to the club. Phone goes. Huggy Bear, it's for you. What's that? Starsky and Hutch. They've been set up. I gotta warn them. And he goes running out of the club. Pausing to look at the camera. Back to the stakeout. They're roasting a pig in there now like that. Where's that applesauce? Huggy Bear comes round the corner. Get out of there, man! It's a setup. Right, chuck the pig out the window. Let's go. How about that, alley? No, there's no boxes down that one. Go down that one there, yeah. Hit them. Hey! Down to the docks. There's always boxes down there. Yeah, good idea. The hitmen are waiting for him. They riddle the car with bullets. Starsky's hit. He's bleeding. Hutch leans over. To be continued.
Yes. No, I quite like cops in this country, actually. They're better than American cops because cops in this country, they wear shorts in the summer. It's great, isn't it? They get all summery. They ride around on bikes in shorts, just going, we're the summery cops. It is weird, though. It looks good, man in shorts in the police force, but I can't really respect a police officer in shorts. I find it very difficult to respect a bloke saying, you're under arrest, when I can see one of his plums just sort of... just nestling against the thigh there. Anyway, here's John Henton.
I had a big letdown a couple months ago. I was watching the golf tournament called the Masters, and what I thought a black man named Tiger Woods had won a golf tournament called the Masters, and he had a white caddy. Oh, I was just in heaven. Just in heaven. Hey, you got a white caddy too. Tiger, we shall overcome. Now I found out Tiger doesn't want to be referred to as being black. He's 1/8 Indian, and he's Mr. Fraction Man. He got 1/8 Indian, and got some Puerto Rican, and some Dutch, and some Irish, and some Asian, and I'm like, yeah, Tiger, in the United States of America, none of that counts. If you look black, you're black, okay? If Tiger, just a little something from me to you. Now, if you just happen to be out in the street with a couple of your white friends and a cop goes up to you and says, nigga, get your hands up. Put your hands up, Tiger. Just in case they don't see all those fractions. Maybe they don't see the Irish in you, Tiger. Maybe they don't see that Dutch or that Puerto Rican or that Asian.
News, that scares me, I tell you, the news. Terrifying. Especially the way they present it. It's always presented in something like this, isn't it? News! News! Sit up straight, get your hair cut. Do a bit of national service. This is the news! Ah! Chill out, man, it's only the news. I want the news delivered in a more mellow way. Do you know what I mean? I want it eased into my living room. You know, maybe like the jazz news. Welcome to the jazz news. Here's the main point of the jazz news. There's a bad vibe going around the world. Stay out of trouble. Financial news now. Spread your bread around. Don't be no tight ass. We go now to the jazz weather. My man Solomon, the wise one. What's the word on the weather? The weather gonna be cool.
Stay with us, because there's more from television's self-proclaimed weirdo, Drew Carey.
It was a really thorough exam, too. A little too thorough. Want to know the truth? Not a stone left unturned, if you know what I'm saying.
Plus Frasier's David Hyde-Pierce.
But I couldn't possibly perform it for you here now.
You go into the change room, and this is what happens with shoppers. You go into the change room, you shut the curtain behind you, and so you're taking off your old trousers, like that. Take off your old trousers, chuck them, and so you're in your rubbish underpants. And just as you're reaching for the new pair of trousers, the bloke from the shop comes back and opens the curtain. Opens the curtain like that, so everyone can say, and they always say something stupid like, is everything all right in there? When shop assistants interrupt you, this is what I do now. Try this. This seems to work a treat. What I do, have a go at this. I go in there now, and I shut the curtain behind me, right? I take my old trousers off, but I leave them round my ankles, right? And my underpants as well. Then really quickly, I get the new pair of trousers off the hanger, and I put the waistband on my head. Like that. And I'll tie the legs of them under my chin. And I'll just wait. Brilliant. Eventually the bloke opens the curtain, you go, a bit tight round my ears.
I don't feel well at all tonight. I got a giant cold in my giant nose. Can't ask my doctor. I hate his guts. You hate yours too, don't you? Thinks he's so much smarter than you, standing there in his white smock with his pencils of knowledge in his pocket. Gives me crap advice every time. Say, Doc, my leg hurts. Really? Keep off it. Thanks for the hot tip, Quincy. Only thing worse than him is the dentist. What a miserable trip that is. You got to go twice a year. You know why? Because he tells you to. There's no other reason. It's not in a book anywhere. That making it up as he goes along. Well, we'll see you in 6 months. All right. The woman who cleans your teeth, what the hell is her problem? I hate her guts. You could be brushing and flossing every day. It's never good enough for her. She's on your ass immediately. Your teeth are filthy. Sorry, I didn't mean to wreck your whole day like that. You got a mask on, clean them. See the way your gums are bleeding? Oh, yeah, I can see it. Maybe if you stop sticking those sharp metal things into them. Sorry, I got a little upset there, that's all. I get a little angry. I go to a psychiatrist now. She hates my guts. She says I suffer from delusions of sexual superiority. She just wants to do me.
And I'm not a doctor. You ever go out with a friend of yours and they give you medical advice and they tell you they're not a doctor, like you didn't know it? My friend Tony says, you know, Dom, this is good, it'll clear you right up, but I'm not a doctor. Gee, Tony, I had no idea you weren't a doctor. I mean, I knew you couldn't get out of 7th grade because you couldn't read, you ignoramus. But I always thought you were one of the finest neurosurgeons in North America. Why, the medical community will be stunned when they find out you're not amongst them.
I went for my annual physical recently. Doctors are incredible. Doctors have this power. They can open up any door and just go, get undressed, I'll be right in. Don't you wish you had that power? You see somebody you're attracted to, they walk in the room, you open the door, take your pants off, I'll be right back. And doctors ask you all these questions. Do you drink? Do you take drugs? Just tell them yes to everything. You drink, sir? Yes, I do. How much? Tremendous amount. Yeah, but how much? I'm going to black out right now. I have no idea. And doctors give guys the test where they grab you and say, cough. And they ask you to look the other way because they don't want you to see them having a good time.
Let me give you a little advice to the guys in the audience. If you're in the doctor's office, you hear the gloves coming on, get the hell out of the office. Nothing good is coming your way. Get the hell out, man. I'll make that if you're anywhere and you hear the gloves coming on. You're at somebody's house, dancing in the living room, you hear the lights go out. Help! Wilma! So I'm in the doctor's office. You've had the glove exam, haven't you? It's humiliating is what it is. I was totally naked in the doctor's office. Didn't even have socks on. That's how you know you're officially naked. Isn't that weird? You could be walking around with your socks on. Woo, I'm not naked yet. As soon as your socks come off, wow, holy cow. Close the curtain. Then when they're totally naked, this guy comes in, and, you know, it's humiliating. This guy reaches out and grabs me by my brains. And I'm no genius, but, I have had some college, so it's okay. Then he starts rolling them around like they're dice. That's how they do it right there. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck if you've ever been a lady to begin with. Luck be a lady. Luck be a lady. Nurses pop in. I've been over with my hands on my knees. I'm like, gee, I wonder what happens next. And then this guy, this doctor, he calls up a doctor. I don't know who the hell this guy is. He says he's a doctor. I never met him. This guy wearing a white lab photo ID. He could be anybody. It could be you or me walking to the hospital any day. Put on white lab coats. Hi, how you doing? Drop your pants. Hi, I'm a doctor. It's okay. Hi, I'm a doctor. Drop your pants. It's okay. So then this doctor sticks his fingers up my ass without even saying hello. My doctor was really cool, though, because he did both exams at the same time. Yeah, look at Mr. Doctor, man. You know the way. That's it. You're that doctor all night long. Thank you very much.
That was the man himself, Mr. Drew Carey. Now, here's someone else you probably recognise. It's David Hyde-Pierce from Frasier. Now, on Frasier, he plays Niles, who's a bit of a square, but watch him tonight. He's actually a bit of a funky mover. Ooh.
The other thing I wanted to clear up, I'm not a psychologist, although I play one on TV. All right, I know you're very sophisticated, you know that, but you'd be amazed how many people are confused by that, think that I have a practice. Even very good friends of mine who've known me for a long time say, David, if you're not in therapy, you really should be. But obviously, playing a therapist on television does not qualify you to practice therapy. Well, in California, it does. But in reality, to practice therapy, you have to have training, you have to have a degree, you have to have clients, you have to have a song. Actually, I have a song, but I couldn't possibly perform it for you here now. Ladies and gentlemen, my posse. This is a song I wrote about being a therapist. It's called The Therapist Song. So you walk into my office and you're feeling kind of low. You're depressed, confused, and anxious. You've got no place to go. Well, I'm the one to talk to. I'm the man who understands. You just take $150 and pop it in my hand and hit the couch. Hit the couch. So you say you hate your mommy and your dad was gone a lot. You had intimate relations with your pet dog Spot. Now you need some words of wisdom, need some help to find your way. Just relax upon my sofa. I know just the thing to say. I say, uh-huh. 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 Say, how's that make you feel? A second verse. There's a lady on my ledge and she's looking mighty fine, but that chicken suit she's wearing says she's out of her mind. A lady stepping through my window. Watch your head, you'll want to crouch. Lay your eggs upon my desk and park your beak upon my couch. Hit the couch. Hit the couch. Now this chicken lady's crazy, there's no doubt. I needn't ask it. She's a few eggs short of an Easter basket. So what's a man to say to a lady who's a bird? I can solve all of her problems with just one little word. I say, uh-huh. Say it with me now. I say, uh-huh. Say it a little louder now. Uh-huh. Once again. Uh-huh. Once again. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Hey, how's that make you feel? Ow! Last verse. Here's a man, I've been his shrink for 17 years. We've shared a lot of laughter, we've shared a lot of tears. But now he says he's healthy, says his therapy is through, says he's moving on. Well, I've got a word for you. I say, hey! That's my word for him. I say, hey! Listen to me, Jim. I just got a mortgage, lease, a BMW. I got a wife who's like a refugee from taming of the shrew. So you may say you're healthy, no ifs or ands or buts, but if you think you'll get me out of here, well, buddy, you're nuts. Hit the couch. Hit the couch. Hit the couch. Hit the... I'm sorry, our time is up. Hit the street.
Don't go away, because coming up, the joys of parenthood with Ray Romano.
Hurry it up. We got to stick things in the toilet. Come on. We got a big day today.
You're a bad dog.
Plus animal trainer Dane Cook.
I am the master. I was doing the washing up. This is true. I was doing the washing up a couple of days ago, and I was using this. I was in my flat. I was using this brand name washing up liquid, and I put the bottle up there on the windowsill in front of me. I'm just washing up, and I've just looked at the back of the bottle of this Sunlight Lemon washing up liquid. And there's a little thing on the back. I thought it was brilliant. It said, I don't know if you've seen this. It said on the back, for more information about Sunlight Lemon washing up liquid, ring our hotline. Who's ringing that? Just, what sort of sad, broken idiot? That's just for mental people, isn't it? It's just ring up and go, excuse me, that's Sunlight Lemon. I want more information.
Last time my wife and I were here, she was pregnant with twins. They're 4.5 now. I have 4.5 twin-year-old boys. Single people. Single people. It's always a mixed reaction. Single people. Twins. Look at the parents. Oh, that could have been us. Oh, my God. Woo. I have a 6-year-old and twin 4-year-olds. I'm not saying it's not great. It's great. I'm just 2 4-year-olds. You know what 1 4-year-old does in a house? Picture another one right there, just cheering the other one on, you know? Yeah, throw it, throw that. Now jump, you can jump from there. That's a jump. You don't walk down, you jump that. Hurry it up, we gotta stick things in the toilet. Come on. We got a big day today. I got the whole day planned. Just follow me. We got a lot of ink. Going to do a lot of ink today. Follow me. Kick the dog on your way by. They're nuts. You ever carry one? You ever pick up a 4-year-old and carry him against his will? Yeah, you got to be ready, because they all have the same martial art thing, you know? Yeah. They all have the anti-lift slide. Oh, no. Yeah, you can't. Sometimes you get lucky. As wild as they are, sometimes they'll entertain themselves quietly. Sometimes they get in that mode where they'll just look at something in the corner. Oh, it's beautiful. That's the beauty of being 4. You can be entertained by nothing sometimes. Look at what we have to do as adults. We have to have festivals and comedy and juggling and alcohol. When a 4-year-old is bored, here's 10 minutes for a 4-year-old. A little of this, here. There you go, right there. Well, that's 10 minutes. Yeah, twins. Any parents of twins here? Clap if you have the energy. Do you really? Yeah, are you? How old are yours? 4-year-old twin boys? Girls? What do you got? Girls? Identical? No, they're not. Mine are identical. That's better, because you save money on photographs. Yeah. That's what I love about my boys. That's all. One shot. There you go. There's my little boy, and I got another one just like him right there. That's all. I don't have another picture. I got this.
Wasn't easy for me because I grew up with 1 brother, 5 sisters. Yeah, that's right. Woo! I had to wear a tampon just to fit in. Hi. Yeah. And if you have brothers growing up, you know, that's one thing. Brothers, you know, you get like, you know, noogies and wedgies, you know. I had 5 sisters. What did I get? Makeovers. Yeah. All I wanted to do when I was a little kid, all I wanted to know was karate. Just... I used to run around my house. I wanted to, you know, if anything got in my way, like the dog, You're a bad dog. So let me tell you, no, this is, my dad tried to trick me because I'd beg. I'd be like, Dad, please, can I take karate? Want to be like my hero, Mr. Furley? No, shut up, no, because I'm not done. So this is what he did, the cheap honky. He tried to trick me. He tried to trick me because my sisters, I had 5. I wore a tampon. They were taking, this is true, they were taking aerobics. So he tried to trick me. He sent me to aerobics with them, and he tried to trick me and tell me it was karate. Imagine if I fell for that, if I went to the class and I believe, I'm going to get into a fight after school with a kid. I'm like, you want to go with me? Come on, let's go. Let's do it. You messed with the wrong man. You are going down as soon as I put on my leotard. Thank you very much.
My grandfather's from Ireland. His name is Florence McCarthy. He moved to New York in 1920. They used to beat him up because his name was Florence. He had to switch his name to Frank. This Christmas, he made a big announcement. He goes, I'm switching my name back to Florence. And we beat him up. Because it's a dumb name, and he's old and weak, and it was easy. I called my grandmother yesterday. She picks up the phone. Oh, hello, dear. Hold on a second. I just stepped out of the shower. Let me go put some clothes on. I said, hey, Grandma, don't ever tell me you're naked again. Go put a lot of clothes on. Then put some more clothes on. I'm going to sit here and drink and try to forget you naked in my head. I'll never eat raisins again.
And we just had our 3rd baby recently, because who needs sleeping money anyway? As soon as you have a baby, people call you up and ask you questions like, how much does he weigh? What is he, a fish? This is rude. Nowhere in life do you call people and ask them what they weigh. You never call anybody, hey, Larry, I saw your mother. What's she tipping in that now? 390, God bless her, that is sweet. And I never thought in my life, I would ever lift another human being up, smell their bottom to see if there's anything in their pants. You have to sniff the diaper. And sometimes you don't know, you're like, honey, I don't know if it's him or the meatloaf. Something is bad. And you ever peek in that diaper? It's so dark you can't see anything. They should put one of those little refrigerator lights in there. I'm peeking, I'm sniffing, I can't tell. You know what she said? Put your finger in and see. And I was in there for the delivery of the baby. Us guys get a chance to see the blessed event. Then the baby comes out, the doctor asked me if I want to cut the cord. I said, what do I work here now? Here, cough, you owe me $300. Then they hand her back to my wife to breastfeed. 5 minutes after he's born, boom, big breast right in the mouth. He did not even have to take her to the movies, nothing. I'm paying the bills, he's getting the action.
Coming up, John Wing.
Me doing comedy is better than sex. And I know you're all probably saying, but John, we've never done comedy.
Plus the man who can make anyone talk.
See what happens when I pump this?
I want to talk about Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve, don't you reckon it's weird that Adam and Eve had the world's very first ever human sex? Wouldn't that be strange to have the very first ever human sex? It would have been an amazing event. Afterwards, Adam would have rolled over and gone, how was it for you? She'd go, I've got no idea, I don't have a point of reference.
I love my job. To me, doing comedy is better than sex. And I know you're all probably saying, but John, we've never done comedy. And I can relate. You know how you feel. But to me, comedy's better. Comedy, I perform for a whole bunch of different people. Sex, I perform by myself. Comedy's better. In comedy, you laugh at what I say. Comedy's better. I never had a comedy audience tell me my joke was too short. Comedy's better. While I'm performing for you people, I'm not imagining a better-looking audience with larger breasts. Okay, I might be, but they don't mean a thing to me. After the comedy show, women always come up to me. They always say, "You are great." Well, thank you. Thank you very much. After sex, they always say, "You're funny." Thanks for coming. I don't do that anymore. I'm married. I'm very happily married now. My wife and I have been together for 10 years, which is exactly what she would have got for killing me. She looked at me the other day and she said, "You know, I'd be out by now." You'd still be dead. But I'm not trying to say that marriage is a prison, because it's not. Hell, in prison you get regular sex. Whether you want it or not. One of the fringe benefits of our penal system. Girl on the aisle got that one. No. It's why men get married. As men, we're into fantasy. Women, they're into reality. When a man and woman are making love, the man is fantasizing about how great it would be with another woman. And the woman is thinking about how lousy it is with this guy. Comedy's better.
You know that moment where you run into an ex-boyfriend or girlfriend and you look at them and you think to yourself, was I in a deranged psychopathic dementia? Was I in a complete psychotic state when I was having sex with this man every night, twice on Fridays? Or then, you get that time where you forget the entire relationship. I ran into a different ex-boyfriend. This was in New York. I have them scattered all through North America, Guatemala, Honduras. And I ran into this guy, and I forgot the entire relationship. I lived with this guy for 4 years. I could not remember a thing. I'm standing there talking and thinking, the only thing I could remember about the entire 4 years we were together was every night in bed doing this. What are you doing? It's the only thing that stuck in my mind. The little things that just stay with you. I can't do this boyfriend thing anymore. I'm just totally over it. Do you find women confusing? Yeah. You know why that is? Because men are simple and women are complex. We love you guys, but we love you in a patronizing way. Like kind of how you love the village idiot, you know? You know what? My last boyfriend used to always tell me that I would ask him these trapdoor questions. These are questions that he would say he couldn't possibly give the correct answer to. No matter what he answered would be wrong. They were questions like, do you think I'm fat? Do you think my hair looks good like this? Do you think my behind looks big in these jeans? And I would think, why can't he answer these questions? Then I realized they all begin with, do you think?
That was Susie Essman. Now, I don't know if you know this, but I've been writing a bit of poetry lately, and I take it quite seriously. So, ladies and gentlemen, a poem for you. Now, this is a poem I wrote about 6 months ago, and it does mean quite a lot to me. So, if you could just, just let your hearts go, let your hearts wander. This is a poem I wrote. It's called Living. Living inside a marshmallow would be nice. All soft and pink and sweet to taste. It'd be like a womb. Except for the taste. And the lack of blood and placenta. So, that's quite enough of that. Now watch this.
I didn't bring a dummy. They told me I could use somebody in the audience. Hang on a second here. The gentleman in... Yes, you, sir. Would you come up here for a moment? Come on, give him a hand. This poor guy. I don't use anybody that's a plant. I have no idea who you are. You what? Do I get paid for this? Hell no. Okay, your name is? Dan. Dan. Okay, have you ever been a dummy before in your life, Dan? Never. Never? Okay, sit down. I need an honest man. No, stay here, Dan. That's okay. You need to relax a little bit. Here, let me dress you like a puppet. Hang on a second. What? Oh, this is benign. Come here, Dan. This is going to be great. Okay. Schoolboy here. There you go. Okay, all right. All right. Now, are you comfortable? Yeah. Yeah, right. No, I'm serious. You're a guest here, right? I mean, if you want, I can make this so simple that you have to stand here and do nothing at all. It's your choice. That sounds good. To stand here and do nothing at all. Yeah. Okay, let me get the device. All right, Dan, let's see if it's working. See what happens when I pump this? See, the little jaw goes up and down. Dan, you're going to wear this. Hang on a second. Here you go. Okay, Dan, keep your chin up. What do you think? I like this. This is good. Okay, all right. This could have been any one of you folks. Hell, it still can. Okay, all right. Let's not threaten the audience here, Dan. Dan, I'm going to ask you a couple of personal questions. You can ask me anything you want, Ron. You go right ahead. Good, okay. I'll tell you about my sex life and everything. Okay, all right, right. How is it? I'm not getting any. Okay, all right. It's like the rest of us, yeah. All right. And I'd like to say, Ron, I think you have lovely eyes and nice shoulders. No, Dan, no. I don't want to put words in your mouth. Too late. Okay. Let go of me, Dan. All right, here's what we're going to do. I don't like this voice. No, you got a choice. Stand on your tiptoes and the voice goes higher, like that. Like that. That's good. Bend at the knees and the voice goes lower. Like that. Good. Okay, Dan. Now, move your eyebrows up and down really fast. Just the eyebrows, and you become British. Do that. Hello there. What do you think? Can you dance at all? Nod your head, yes or no. Dance. Yeah, sure, I can dance. Hell yeah. I used to work at Chippendales. Good, Dan. That's how I lost my wife. Okay, all right. Lost? Yeah, she stuck $1 in my shorts. I gave her change. Okay, Dan, that's great. Can you sing at all? Nod your head, yes or no. No, I can't. Good, all right. As a ventriloquist, I can help you sing. I can't help you dance. In fact, I'll make you a deal. If you sing a song, Dan, that'll be the end of this whole bit, and you can go sit down. Hurry. Okay. There's so much negativity in the eyes, Dan. Well, the eyes say no, Ron. The lips say yes. Okay, good. All right. We have a stage manager, I hope. Rob, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, Rob, you're good. No, I'm not doing that. That's a real person. Do it again. Rob.
Yes?
Okay, do you have a song left for Dan to sing?
Yeah, When You're Smiling.
When You're Smiling. That sucks. Good, he'll do that. Just kick it in. I don't care. Is that it? Oh, I don't know the words. Hang on. When you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. I'll do it. Okay, Dan, to the audience. Go ahead. Come on. When you're laughing, oh, when you're laughing, the sun comes shining through. But when you're crying, you bring on the rain, so stop your sighing. Be happy again. Dan, you're mega, man. To do this, think of us here. That's what I'm after. Okay, both hands. All right, to the balcony. Oh, when you're smiling, I say when you're smiling, oh yeah. The whole world smiles with really wide, yeah. Oh yeah.
Coming up, book in with Dave Attell.
I like to make a reservation. Oh no, one way.
Plus the inventive Boothby Graffoe.
I'm falling. No, I'm all right.
I was driving along this bit of a freeway and just going down it. It was like a country lane. And coming the other way up the street was one of those cement trucks. You know the big cement truck. It was coming the other way, and it was a I think it was ready mix, a ready mix cement truck, and it was bright pink. Have you seen those? Yeah. Bright pink cement trucks. I felt a bit sorry for the bloke driving it. And this ready mix are just that sort of company. Yeah. Pulling up outside the building site. Concrete. I've got concrete.
First of all, I'm bald. And all bald men always do the same thing when they go bald. They grow a little beard. Because they think it'll make them look tough, like a gun runner, or a bouncer at a strip club, or if they're very lucky, Israeli. I look like a gay marine biologist working at the aquarium. I'm not homophobic, all right? Let's get that right off the bat. I'm not. I hear it all the time. You're probably gay. You probably secretly want to have sex with another man. And I say, listen, voice in my head, I do not want to. I travel a lot. I hate traveling. I guess because my dad used to beat me with a globe. I was in North Carolina during the hurricane season, and they always name the hurricanes after women, Hurricane Fran and Betty and Wilma and stuff. And I asked this guy, I go, why do you name a hurricane after a woman? He's like, well, what would you call someone who takes all your stuff and leaves you naked in your own driveway? I travel a lot. I'm in airports all the time. I'm always afraid of terrorists getting on the planes. I don't know how they get on the airplane. They have to make reservations, right? Can't they tell when they're calling up on the ring-a-ding that they're terrorists? I mean, really. Hello? I'd like to make a reservation. Oh, no, one way. My name, hold on, please. Joe. That's a J as in jihad, O as in overthrow your government, E as in explode Yankee dog pig. Smoking, oh it will be. So, I gotta start taking care of myself, right? I go to the gym, and you know what they got in there? 2-pound weights. 2-pound weights. How weak do you have to be for 2-pound weights? And how did you get in the gym? How did you even open the door? That's what I want to know. Help! Help! Ooh, feel the burn. I got one of these at home.
And the customs they're the strangest people in the world, because they can do things to you that nobody else can do. You know, like a cop, for instance, he can shoot you in the head. That's his job. Okay, I understand that. Or Revenue Canada, they can take away your house, all right? But customs, if they want to, at any point, they may look in your bum. There's nothing you can do about it, too. Oh, you can complain. They'll just bend you over and take a peek. That's what happens. But what bothers me about this isn't the fact that they look in your bum. I can let that go. It's more the fact that they have to that really bothers me. That means that some people decide to bring goods into our countries via their bums. Now, here's what gets the old wheels a-turning in my head, okay? When customs finds something in your bum, how do you act surprised? Really? Oh, no, that's not mine. Well, I don't know. Ask my friends. They're the jokers.
When I got off the plane, I went through customs. I didn't know any of yours. I just scratched my arse and farted, you know. I'm quite proud of myself because I've managed to give up smoking. And I did that by seeing a hypnotherapist, which I didn't think it was going to work. Wink, but it does. It works. I haven't had a cigarette in 3 weeks. I'm spending twice as much as I ever did. I'm a big fan of Christianity. I like God. I think he just must get bored listening to Christians 24 hours a day in a million different languages. He's trying to run the universe up there. He's up there thinking, I shall move this star so the light bounces off the hemisphere of the planet and sends a cascading rainbow of spectrum colors across the universe for all to see. And then What? No, really, enjoy your meal. Don't mention it.
And, you know, I really hate dealing with people on computers. I mean, for me, the worst thing is, you know, traveling around so much. Every time I go to the airport, it's like, Mr. MacDonald? MAC? What are you doing there? Come on, come here. Look at me. I want you to write it out. Write it out. And why is the monitor always facing away from you? I'll tell you why, because they're playing a video game. That's what they're doing. The 10th level, I'm the warlord. I am the warlord. You will address me as the warlord. Every new piece of technology brings new problems, you know? Problems that we never had to deal with before. Oh, the computer's down. Sorry, computer's down. Whole world stopped. Computer's down. It's all gone. I just know how to use them. I don't know how to fix them. Yeah, do you know how to pick up a pen? Let's go. Come on. What am I standing here for? So much better than the old way. Remember the old way? Ooh, the pen's down. Ooh, another one.
I'm living in Los Angeles now. Los Angeles, the city of angels. Yeah, O.J. Simpson, the Menendez brothers, the Hillside Strangler, Charlie Manson. Hardly enough halos to go around. Quick impression, you know, it's a violent city, folks. You know, it's the most violent place I've ever lived in my life. Quick impression, me and my ATM machine in Los Angeles. 7, 3, it's 2. Six months later, different bank, you know, 7, 3. Yeah, I'd like to make a withdrawal. I want to buy a helmet. You have socialized medicine up here. I think we should try it in the States. I had to go to the hospital about a month ago. I stepped on my nail, on a nail in my apartment. You go to the emergency room, you need immediate care. What do they make you do when you get there? I waited 3.5 hours, and this nurse comes out with this pissy attitude. How are you going to pay for this? I said, with my life if you don't pick up the pace. I'm bleeding like Ted Kennedy's liver. Can I get a Band-Aid, thank you? I don't want to say there was a long line in the waiting room, but the guy in front of me was being treated for a musket wound. The head nurse comes out. Is there a John Quincy Adams here? It'll be another 55 minutes. There's like 20 people in the waiting room, like 15 of them had urine samples in their hand. I thought I was at Oktoberfest, you know? I actually went in the bathroom, peed in a cup, came out and said, somebody's going to say it. Here's to good French.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that's about it from now. So, you've been an absolutely fantastic audience. This has been the Montreal Just for Laughs Comedy Festival. Thank you very much. Good night.